Hello, hello. All right, so this is going to be a single storyline. Let's leap on in. Happy Friday, everybody, by the way. The single storyline, we are not talking about exes. Sometimes it's not about love or romance at all. Sometimes it's totally different. But today, we are starting out with the Four of Coins, the Strength card, and the Tower in the reverse. First off, somebody's getting their dance on. Our lead character here may be recognizing different forms of strength that are displayed to them by different people. I feel like somebody is getting really like intrigued or interested by the concept of, I'm going to say, conservation of energy flow, like storing it for another day. There is someone, and this could be many things in life. Like, how do I say this? This is a whole bunch of thoughts all mushed together for me. Let me see if I can straighten this out quickly and say, we have a lead character who has perhaps suddenly noticed a couple different things that stood out to them in their life. And the common thread that they're picking out of these different things that they have witnessed is like the way to utilize like the different forms of strength that are available to us in this lifetime. So strength of character, like kinesthetic strength, strength of muscle control, strength of spirit, strength of like, how do we face adversity? We do it by pulling on all these different types of strength. But where that comes from, sometimes we think of strength more as like, you're going to go ahead and like have the power to like bust down a wall. No, the strength is in the restraint. And that, let's put it this way. This Four of Pentacles is about holding back, holding on. But in this case, and it gets a bad rap for being the miser's card, where it's like, I'm hoarding it all for myself. That is not this card at all. What we actually see is someone who's up on point, doing this, deep plie, making it look super beautiful, super, effortless. And it's all because they have exercised their body, they have strengthened themselves, they have gained that sense of balance. And now they can hold a posture like this for, probably many beats in a piece of music before they have to, their muscles start burning and, tell them you better move because we're about to cramp. There is a sense of grace. And so our lead character has witnessed someone's grace. Now, this could be that somebody's getting really interested in things like, different forms of exercise, wanting to like become our best. So our lead character could suddenly be pretty inspired to, maybe it is to take dance classes or to take a Pilates class or to take pole dancing or to take, something that requires, gymnastics or CrossFit or any of the big old things out there that are all about strength, endurance. There's a million different titles we could give this, but I feel like this is truly focusing on the strength of the physique. So this first, our lead character is saying, you know what? I actually have seen something or watched a movie recently, seen an individual accomplish a feat. And I want to work on my endurance. I want to do that. So now our lead character is like getting jazzed. It's not about like, I want to have this perfectly chiseled body or I have to lose weight because I don't like what I look like. No, it's about the love of that sense of power and balance. So somebody is really interested, I'm going to say, in core strength in a physical sense. So our lead character is first looking at their life in that context. Next, we go to that strength card, right? And our lead character is obviously focusing on the strength of leadership now. But in this case, we notice that we've got a leopard behind her. There's maybe jaguar, leopard, but there's, big old jungle cats are pure power, right? But lots of times they're laying around doing nothing until it's time to go, until it's time to move. But never are they not alert. And I feel like this is more the strength of knowing when the timing is right. So this would be more of maybe listening to one's spiritual guidance. Being that this is a Leo card, it's about leadership. Knowing somebody is biding their time right now. You know that there's going to be a moment where your particular gifts, you're going to step up and you're going to save the day. You already know it. Maybe you're at work and you can see things starting to fall apart and you go, oh my gosh, the new manager they just put in that position doesn't have a clue. And I can see we are going to hit a gigantic snag, probably, on that next big order that comes in, because I know this person does not know how to handle it. But instead of coming in prematurely and being like, okay, so here's the thing, you're going to make a mistake here. Let me fix this, because that could earn us someone who's going to be like dismissive and rude to us if we come in and try to prevent them from making a mistake. This is almost like, just wait for it. Just wait for it. You'll know when to jump into action. Let somebody go down their road, even if you see it's not going well, if they are, bossy, or they're not going to listen to any good counsel. You're going to be a stronger leader when you allow somebody to go ahead, do things their way, and then you kind of step up at that moment where you can see they're like, oh my God, what did I just do? And you go, would you like some help? I can straighten that out for you. Let me show you. All of a sudden, you're going to be the hero, and you're going to be the go-to guy or gal, because you waited until the moment was right to step up and say, I am the natural leader here. I'm the one with the skill set. And when you are able to step into the limelight, and you know that you're the one with, what it takes to fix the situation or lead everyone through this troubled water, your position as leader is going to be seen and understood by everyone. You didn't have to fight for it. You didn't have to vie for it. So there's this really powerful sense of our lead character is waiting for the perfect time to take control of the helm of the ship. And that day is coming. Could be coming, in the workplace, could be coming in daily life. And the fact that we have the Tower in the reverse says we are not, the Eye of Mordor is not upon us. It's not like seeking us out to destroy us. We don't look at our lives that way. Every catastrophe can be averted by some pre-planning somewhere in the back of our mind. Also, just simply knowing that if we have an intuition that something is off, well, I'll use me as an example. I knew something was off with my vehicle, even though there weren't any significant signs of anything. It was just in the back of my mind. I know about, what mileage you start to see things break down. I know kind of some things about where I've been and, different road conditions that could have put extra stress on my car. And so I knew, I was like, all right, I got something that's going to come up. That's going to be pretty big. I didn't know exactly when, but I was feeling it within that week. And so I was way more attentive. And sure enough, I had 2 significant car issues in the same week. And they're both taken care of now, but that broken tie rod on one side, and then actual, not just a leaking brake, but it fully severed. So it was kind of a big deal. And I'm really glad that, the sequence of events, I was subtly looking for them. So then I took it in to have something else done. And at that time we found a bigger issue, and I'm so grateful. But that's the kind of stuff when you know that things are coming, and you know that it's time to mentally prepare, gather your strength, have a few things in the back of our mind, just through pure observation, right? It's not psychic. It's not anything like that. I mean, you can call it that, but really it's putting together obvious signs and, valuable information that you already possess, and knowing that there are skills that I have that are going to be needed. There are things that I should be subtly preparing myself to step up and take charge of. And there are some things that I'm inspired to do as well. So this is really a time about getting prepared, because you're going to be taking the lead somewhere. And it's so wonderful, because it's going to be what averts a catastrophe. And it's all because of your personal strength, your personal, the way you view things. But I feel like you're going to be helping others. And then there's doing something for oneself. So to go over, I want to jump back to that very first card and clarify that one. With this, the strength of the physique, or the strength of, I'm going to say the core strength, because that we can apply that in the physical sense, or we can apply it in a couple different areas. And I like that. We have a 10 of wands, we have the mastery of coins, and we have the nurturer of wands. So we actually have, technically, this is a king and a queen here. We see both feminines depicted on this. This could be that we are finding our inner strength, our inner, energy flow, our personal sense of groundedness, maybe to do some things that are just for us, but it could also translate into us letting go of like past childhood wounds, things that were dealt to us between mother and father figures. But this could also talk very much about us feeling our core strength and feeling grounded and getting really excited about, fitness and goals and just things that we're excited to try just for ourselves. And it may be that last piece of the puzzle that really allows us to let go of any kind of burdens we had carried, right? And this could be burdens from childhood. This could be, issues of self-worth or body image issues, but it could pertain also to relationships, like the role that we've played with a relationship with ourselves and with partnerships. This could be all about same-sex partnerships, but this could also pertain to just one individual saying, you know what? I feel like where my divine masculine energy is right now is being a boss, like literally taking charge of my money, because this is that, it would be the King of Pentacles in any other deck. And then this is taking charge of my sensuality. And we see the phoenix rising from the ashes. I gotta say, the nurturer of wands, this is the queen of wands. I keep feeling like it's a bunch of things all rolled into one. Our lead character right now is like feeling better about their body than they ever have. I feel like it's not even about like, okay, I have to get perfectly fit. I mean, this person is like incredibly fit, right? But when we feel really grounded in ourselves, the things that we do to keep ourselves healthy is like, partly it's loving ourselves, loving what we see in the mirror, whatever weight we are, whatever size we are. Still, it's like nurturing our own body, taking time to pursue things that are good for us so that we stay really, I'm going to say fit in body, mind, and spirit, but it also has a lot to do with liking ourselves at whatever weight we are, however we look. This is a new mindset for our lead character here, the phoenix rising from the ashes, as it pertains to sensuality. Somebody is feeling foxy and fly again, and maybe they had been with a partner previously who didn't make them feel that way. Maybe that was a big burden, and it's like, wow, I was always made to feel ugly when I was a kid, but that's a burden I've let go. Then I maybe was in a relationship with someone that made me feel that same way, but you know what? I don't feel that way anymore. In fact, thank you very much. I am interested in only calling in people that see my worth, my value, my handsomeness, my beautifulness, whatever it is. There's this sense of, again, core strength. Deep within me, I know I'm attractive. Deep within me, I'm also, I take care of, myself, and I love myself. I hope that this is one of those stories where no matter, what weight we are, no matter what size we are, if there's something we want to do, especially like dance or these expressive things, we take those classes, we do those things, we perform, we get up on stage, we do the thing that we want to do without ever being inhibited by, body image issues. Because I feel like that's wrapped up in this. And I just love the fact that this is getting beyond it. I mean, this could be somebody who's like, yeah, I'm 76 and I'm doing burlesque, and it's fun, I do it on stage and people are, loving the whole excitement of it. And it's, it's fun. And I'm able to like really feel like I'm in my personal power. I'm not, hiding myself. And this is part of me being strong. So it's interesting because it's holding on to what's important to us and also giving ourselves the support that we deserve, particularly as it pertains to that one area of strength in our life, the strength of loving ourselves, and then letting that translate into better relationships with others. But it definitely starts with us. That's why it's holding back and holding on to what's important to us, doing things that make us feel good. This could be, I'm going to go take a 6-week, class in whatever, yoga or bar or something like that, just because I want to feel that core strength pick up. And as I do that, it's such an act of love for my body. And I really kind of like the way I feel, like I stand a little taller, I feel better about myself. And I know that makes me sexier. And now, you know what? I'm strutting my stuff and man, people are noticing. It has nothing to do with size or weight. It has everything to do with confidence from within. So very beautiful. And I love the fact that it's letting go of some really old burden. I mean, completely letting it go. Somebody's headed for some great relationships hereafter because they first developed that relationship with themselves. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here also at that strength card. This is a nice story. This is a really nice collection. We have the Wanderer and we have the Nine of Cups. So as we already discussed, this is like somebody taking leadership, but they're waiting for the right moment. The right moment is going to be so exciting because it's one of those situations. Yes, a catastrophe could be averted simply because you took charge, you took leadership at just that moment where no one else was willing to, but you did. This could be, I don't know, this is a very specific side note, but I'm going to say it. This could be one of those things where, we're coming up to holiday season next, right? After we get through September, we'll go into, Halloween, and then we've got well, if you're in the US, then we've got, Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas, and there's lots of benefits and holiday concerts and things that tend to happen from here on out, right? And I almost feel like this could be a situation where someone in their community, they go, you know what, this year I want to enter as like a talent act in the benefit concert that we put on annually every Christmas. I'm going to go ahead and start working on some dance moves, work on a routine. And then you know what? I'm going to go ahead and surprise everybody and put my name in the hat and say, yep, I will perform in this year's benefit situation. Like, that's the right time. Not only will I come out and I'll perform, but you notice here she is in this dance move again. I will go on stage and I will knock it out of the park. This is going to be like not only my 15 minutes of fame, because this is huge satisfaction. This is like every genie in every bottle I've ever had comes out. And I'm so thrilled that I did this. I took the leap of faith. I put myself out there. The crazy part is this could be the first major breakthrough for this character that changes the rest of their life. It might start small. Maybe it's a simple, like I'm going to perform at this benefit event and no one expected me to do it, but I'm going to. And then it turns out I'm really good at it because I've learned a ton about it. I just kind of did it a little quietly because I was biding my time. But now it's pretty clear I got some skills, and this feels really good and really fun. Again, this is something that could be life altering, not just fun for the moment, but something where you're earning a lot of respect all of a sudden. All this says to me, it doesn't have to be something like that. Like I said, that was a highly specific example that popped into my head. But the big thing is someone who is going to step up to the plate and take charge in just that moment, that pretty much everyone who witnesses it goes, wow, you're it, right? You're the MVP. You're the GOAT right now. Greatest of all time. This is going to be your moment of fame, your moment to shine, and it's going to feel so good. But that from that moment forward, things shift a little. I think there's an overall sense of happiness in oneself, that feeling of accomplishment. It feels good to know that we had a gift that came in handy at just the right moment. That feels good. Somebody's about to be like, I don't know, a little bit of the hero or suddenly well respected. And that could open new doors because when we have that much confidence, it's amazing how doors open. But this could also be that other people see that skill set, whatever it is, and now that your phone is the one that's ringing. Heck, this could represent those genies in bottles. Yeah, we could have 9 different people calling you up. Hey, so saw you on the whatever. Would you come and do a performance here? Or hey, I saw your skill set on that. We'd like to open a new department. Would you lead it? Or there's lots of things when we step up and show our natural leadership skills in a scenario where we bided our time until it was right for us to step up and handle it. It's amazing how other people go, okay, that's the kind of leader we need, and it feels like you're going to be chosen for things. It's going to feel really, really good. Really good. I love that. Certainly looked at with a new sense of respect, but it's also, again, our character looks at themselves with that sense of respect. Tower in the reverse with the sacred masculine coming out. This is really beautiful. Because our final card here was all about averting major catastrophe, right? Realizing that, hey, I'm not worried about anything. Everything's working out great. Everything is working out as it should. I have to say, this story, this is a singles reading, right? And this has been very much an intricate look at what's been going on with a person who has already come through, difficult things in life, hurt, emotions. This is their comeback story, but it's these smaller details where they're not trying to have a comeback story. They simply are excited about the things that they see around them, getting inspired by things in life, focusing their attention more on like really lovely interactions, forgetting about past hurts altogether because their time is being taken with all of these kind of more exciting interests and hobbies in life. Again, getting that core strength. This is exciting. This isn't like, I'm going to get the revenge body because I'm mad that somebody hurt me. No, I'm not making fun of that. I'm just saying that's not the actual motive here. It's not that somebody is heartbroken and trying to get over it. Not in this story. That's already long gone and done. They're now doing the things they're doing because it's super interesting and exciting to them. So they're making choices purely because it's what they're interested in. But the byproduct of that is they are naturally doing some deeper healing. They are naturally building additional personal strength, and their whole life is changing because of it. Not knocking anybody who says I'm wounded, therefore that's my motive to like work out a ton and get my revenge body. When people get really fit after they've broken up with somebody because they're trying to help themselves heal. I mean, hey, whatever methods we use, that are all about like improving our self-esteem and stuff, that's beautiful, right? But I'm just saying this story is a little different than that. Sorry, my puppet's back there barking in agreement, I suppose. And it leads us to someone amazing. This would be an emperor. All of this wonderful turn of events leads our lead character directly to either this is like the highest of the high. This is where our entire life we feel like maybe for the first time in our life we're genuinely in control of everything in our world. We are the person, like I said, greatest of all time. We're the GOAT. We are the ones who pick and choose the direction our life's going to go. We're very consciously aware of that. We're feeling like we have the power to make choices for ourselves. We're not hindered by any sense of fears or inadequacies. This is a real turning point for our lead character, but it can also be, because we have a bird and birds are migratory, it can also be somebody basically flies into our life. And this could be a divine masculine, and exactly the kind of divine masculine we would choose. Somebody who they too have a deep understanding of like what real power and real strength looks like. It's taking time. It's building something of where the essence is important, where a relationship is based in, like sinking into someone's energy flow and letting them merge with you, and, building that slow burn where we get to know each other and understand each other and confidently know that we give off the signals that are irrefutable. Like, I know you want me, I want you. This is the direction we're going, but there's not a race to get there. We just keep kind of like melding our energy together. This is really nice because we're not blocking any of this. We feel completely confident that that's the kind of person that we would expect to meet, given the fact that we are that kind of person. So very much a life overhaul. And I just love the vehicle that gets our character here. It's all motivated by contemplating the different forms of strength and just simply being intrigued and interested without even realizing it. It's like if we could have, come up with a 4-step program for, getting our life to turn out amazing, this would be it, right? Well, first, focus on, what are your interests that all pertain to the different forms of strength. The body, the mind, the spirit, the soul, however you want to look at that, and practice putting your energy into those things, but do it in such a way that it's not like, okay, I have to do this so then I can heal. This person simply did it because these were things of interest for them. But the byproduct was they really have changed, like almost like their neural pathways in their brain. They think of themselves differently. They think of their life better. They think of their physique, and they love their body more. They love the fact that they know they have leadership skills. They're not afraid to step up. They know they've got skills. They know they're well respected. They know they're lovable. And that's how we end up with that emperor at the end. Whether it's us as an emperor or whether it's the emperor coming into this single person's life. I loved this one. This was probably one of the best. We've had a couple of really great singles reads, but I loved this one. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Don't forget, just in about another week and a half here, I will start doing some giveaways. I'll do those every single day on the bonus general messages, but those won't start until the middle of September. Okay, so just FYI. Mwah. Take care. Bye, guys.